make a quick video showing you how to add levels to your code. That way, if you're ready to add levels, you don't have to wait for me to show you how to do that. So first thing you need to understand is if you're going to create levels, you need to actually create a way to keep track of the levels. So let's make a variable, an integer called level, and let's set it equal to 1. So that's going to keep track of our levels. And I could even put a comment. Keeps track of levels, although this is a good choice of variable name, so I might not really need that comment because it might be clear what level is. Okay, so I want to come here now, and my level when the level goes up, I want to change to the appropriate scene. Right now I have create scene 1 always being called, but you'll notice I wrote a create scene 2, which really for now is just create scene 1, but it's a different color, but I can make this fancier or harder or do whatever I want once I get it working. And I actually made a level 3 scene, but instead of calling it create scene 3, which I could have called it, I called it you win, just because it's a different scene and it has a background, and then it tells me you win. It's really just my third scene. And so what I want to do is if level is 1, I want to create scene 1, but if level is 2 or 3, I want to create the other functions. And so you guessed it, you are going to need to put some if statements in this draw loop. So let's come right before the create scene function and let's build, I'm going to put pick the level and pick the scene for each level as my comment. And then I'm going to create some if statements. So I'm going to say if level, remember double equals 1, no semicolon, open curly, and then I've already written my create scene 1 function, so that's in there. Now I can copy this if I really wanted to, or you could just retype it. I'll retype it this time. If level equals 2, what do you think I'm going to put in there? You're right, create scene 2. Okay. And then you guessed it, if level equals 3, I want to type you win. Okay. Now this is all well and good. I'm going to auto format my code so it looks good. Everything is properly indented. And then I go on with my stuff. So I pick the right level and then I go on and do all my other functions. I still don't have a check hit function. That's okay. We'll write that one in class. But actually we probably will have already written that one in class by the time you're watching that video. So here's the problem. I have no way of leveling up. So I need to write a function. And that function is going to be called level up. So I'm going to first come up to the top of my code where I have now this little bit of if statement. Then I move ball, check, hit, create character. My last function is going to be level up. So it'll know to level up. Once I do that, though, I have to come down into the abyss and I have to define void level up. So I'm going to think about when I want to level up, because it's going to be if something is true, and it's going to do a number of things. The first thing I actually want to do, and the reason why I want to do this is depending on your situation, you always, whenever you check whatever condition you want to happen, the first thing you want to do is you want to check once. You want to actually set your your character back to its original starting point first. The reason why is if you go on to do other stuff while it's still sitting where it was, it's going to keep satisfying the level up condition, and the levels are going to go up to all the way up to like a bazillion right away. So you want to, like, if it's true, if the thing that makes you level up is true, move it back to the beginning, and then set level equals level plus 1. So if something happens that I'm defining, it might be checking for the color green or getting to the other side of the screen or something like that, then immediately undo the winning condition so you don't keep satisfying the winning condition and level up. Then when level changes to 2, it'll come back here and it'll execute scene 2 and then scene 3 and so forth. here's the problem. We need to write the condition in here. And so the condition that's in here is, for me, what I want the condition to be is if I get to the other side of the screen. So if my position is bigger than 800, then I am winning. If I get from all the way one side to all the way at the other side, if I get through that little barrier, then I will win. So I'm going to say if x is greater than 800, because then I know I've gotten past the other side. So if once I get to the other side, I quickly reset my guy, because if I leave it there, it's going to like keep being true. I reset him and I level up, and then it's going to go about the rest of my code. So I need one more curly bracket to end that level up function. So let's run through that one more. I have an integer level, starts at 1. If level is 1, create scene 1. If level is 2, create scene 3. If level is 3, I win. Then I do all my stuff and I level up. Now, if I'm just moving around in the screen and I haven't gotten to the other side, it'll execute level up, but it'll be like x isn't greater than 800 and it won't do anything. But if x is greater than 800, when I execute the level up code, it will level up. So let's see if it happens. Let's check it out. So here's my screen. I'm gonna have all kinds of cool stuff. I want some of these circles to get like fat and then shrink again so they get in your way. Right now I don't even have a barrier check, so it's pretty easy. But in an ideal world, I'd have to like go around these barriers and like navigate around. Oops, that would probably have gotten me. But so here I am. Let's pretend I got all the way over here and I win. Oh, and look, my level went up. And so now I'm gonna have my new level, and I'm gonna have to get through to the end, and let's pretend I navigate through all these crazy circles and it's really hard and it took me a really long time, and boom, now I win. And I'll probably fix that so it looks good, but that's at least the idea. So that's how you create levels. If you want to watch ahead, and I'll do some other videos in a minute too.